October 27th. Set up here at the power line field again. Sat here, I don't know, a week or so ago, missed a doe. Something happened, I'm not even sure what, but I missed it by a mile. So back here tonight, jumped a few off the field when I walked in. They're coming here really well. There's a couple scrapes over to the east here, and a couple new grubs I seen walking in as well. So hoping to get a buck tonight, but I do plan on shooting a doe if one gives me a good shot. So got a couple hours here till dark. Running low on camera battery. I actually forgot my other battery at home, so gonna do most of it off the GoPro, and just try and get the kill shot on camera here. So, but turn you back on here if something comes out. Should have some action. Saw a lot of deer on the way in. I think they're really moving tonight. Pretty overcast. Pressure's rising. I think it's going to be a pretty good night. So check in here in a few minutes and hopefully have some action.
What's up, guys? Got my new hat. This is my lucky hat. It's October 27th, and I am out hunting with some really close friends out on their property, and it's beautiful property. I mean, just gorgeous. Right in God's country, and we're gonna try to kill a doe for sure. But if we see a nice shooter buck, that'd be a bonus. And I know one of those two things are gonna happen for sure. You know why? Because of this hat. So, anyway, I'm an idiot. sit till dark and see if we can maybe see a buck. Alright. Stay tuned for the recovery in a couple hours. Get you one of these bad boys. Well, we just found my doe, finally. Feel kind of embarrassed. Swap my hat out. I don't have my sweet hat on anymore. But shot this doe about 5:15, somewhere in there. And it took us a while to find it because it ran out of the oaks I was sitting in and made it into this tag alder swamp, and it got really thick and nasty, and it ended up doubling back a couple of times, and it was just, and then it started raining, so it had us scratching our heads. Thought I made a good shot on it, which I did. I hit it right here, kind of the back of the lungs, and it came out right in the armpit. So maybe could have been a touch more forward, but it was angling a little bit, angling away. But this tool right here found this deer for us. How long were we scanning? Looking? Maybe 10 minutes. Maybe. If you know anybody with a thermal scope, I got my coyote scope right here that I use for coyote hunting. It's a hog bearing optics hogster, and we went right in the thick crap where we thought she was and scanned, and she was laying maybe 20 yards.
Yeah, we maybe 30 yards total from last blood.
Yeah, we were standing 30, maybe 30 yards from this deer for 45 minutes.
5 of us looking around in every runway, going every which way, trying to figure out where she went.
So if you know anybody with a thermal or you have one, use it for tracking deer. This is the second deer this year I found with the thermal. I found my wife's buck with one, which we didn't really need, but
next to using the dog, it's about the best option.
If it goes in somewhere thick, try to get a hold of somebody with a thermal or save up and make the purchase yourself, and then you can use it for this and kill coyotes in the winter. But I'm pretty happy to have this deer. Pretty excited. I know it's just a doe, but they're beautiful animals. Still one of God's creatures. A lot of guys don't shoot does, or they kind of scoff at it sometimes, but I love does. I think they're cool animals. They're pretty.
Always nice to get one down before the rut starts too.
Yep, definitely. So,
which will be coming up real soon.
Yep, now that this is out of the way, now I can hunt for that buck. Don't have to worry about putting more meat in the freezer. Now that I got this and my wife shot her buck 2 weekends ago, we're sitting pretty good on venison. So, but thanks again to Josh and
absolutely.
his brothers. Thanks, buddy. Let me come out and fill the tag.
It's all right. I'll call you when I need that thermal.
Anytime. It's kind of fun. Next time I come out though, I'm gonna have a cape made. Deer tracker extraordinaire. I'll show up in my cape and my tights and find your deer for you with my thermal.
Okay. I promise I'll get that on film.
All right.
All right, let's get this thing out of here.
You're gonna get tagged, gutted, and drug back through the swamp. That's gonna be really enjoyable. Looking forward to it.
Only a couple hundred yards, but when you're out of shape,
yeah. Let's see. We gotta go 200 yards. It's 9:54.
11:30 we'll be there.
Yeah. I figure about 7 or 8 breaks. Might have to start carrying a sat phone along with our thermal to call for an ambulance. Dragging deer out of the woods. Sucks getting older. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks for coming along, guys.